Sawadee-ka. Thanks for joining us on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT Radio Thailand FM 88 and also on NBT World. It's a Thursday and the date is June 16th and my name is Sandra Hanutsaha. We're going to begin the show with the segment known as Thailand Moves Forward, and in our first story, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha is scheduled to visit India on an official trip to strengthen bilateral ties on every level. During his trip, the Prime Minister will try to promote cooperation with India in the areas of economy, investment, security, and social affairs. The diplomatic visit will take place from today, June 16th, up until the 18th. General Prayut, in his capacity as head of the National Council for Peace and Order, is also expected to discuss with Indian officials the issue of irregular migration in the Indian Ocean. The Prime Minister has called for a peaceful resolution to the problem. He stated that it is important for Thailand to be involved in international efforts to promote security in the Indian Ocean, whether it involves exchanging intelligence, counterterrorism operations, or participating in military exercises. The Department of Justice has held a meeting on the direction of global policy towards narcotics in order to be used as reference in revising and interpreting Thailand's drug laws. Justice Minister General Phaiboon Khumchaya and Supreme Court President Wirapon Tangsuwan chaired the meeting, which was scheduled after the 2016 United Nations General Assembly special session on the world drug problem. The meeting is being held on June 15th to 16th to discuss the revision and interpretation of Thailand's drug laws. The meeting has been attended by various agencies, such as the Office of the Affairs under the Royal Initiative of Her Royal Highness Princess Pacharakitiyapha, the Supreme Court, the Northern Substance Abuse Center of the Faculty of Medicine at Chiang Mai University, the Office of the Narcotics Control Board, as well as foreign experts from the United States, Australia, and England. Social Development and Human Security Minister Police General Adun Sang Singao visited Pattaya City to raise awareness about the 2016 Beggar Control Act in order to manage panhandling in the city. During his visit to the walking street, Police General Adun also signed an agreement with Mayor of Pattaya City, Ittipon Kunplume. Under the agreement, the Ministry of Social Development and Human Security will work together with Pattaya City to educate tourists and city dwellers not to encourage panhandling by giving money to beggars. Street begging is closely linked with the issue of human trafficking. The minister said the 2016 Beggar Control Act is an important framework for legal action against human traffickers that force people to beg on the streets. The law is also expected to improve the image of the Thai tourism industry. More than 4,000 beggars have so far been detained, most of whom came from neighboring countries. People are encouraged to notify the One-Stop Crisis Center through its hotline, which is 1330. Again, that is 1330, if they see homeless people or beggars roaming the streets. The Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives has organized an aerial seeding operation, planting trees in watershed areas across the country. In Nakhon Sawan Province, Agriculture and Cooperatives Minister General Thatchai Sarikanya chaired the opening ceremony of the project. The project had been organized by the Department of Royal Rainmaking and Agricultural Aviation to honor the 70th year anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne, as well as the 7th cycle birthday anniversary of Her Majesty the Queen. More than 1.7 million seeds of 10 species of vegetation were mixed with molding clay and scattered in the air by rain-making planes over Khao Khaw National Park and Nam Nao National Park in Phetchabun Province. The project is expected to increase forests in the area by 500,000 to 600,000 trees. The Ministry of Science and Technology has declared that its campaign to provide scientific knowledge to promote and enhance OTOP goods has been a success. The campaign, entitled STI for OTOP Upgrade, followed by Prime Minister's instruction to the ministry to support various aspects of OTOP production. STI stands for Science, Technology and Innovation. Science and Technology Minister Piche Durongkawerot elaborated on the objectives of the campaign. He explained that the program was designed to help three groups of OTOP operators, namely those in the startup phase, existing operators, and experienced operators who have export potential.
Well, this project was launched since December last year. And the objective is to help the producers who most of them are in the region or in rural areas to be able to standardize the local products so that it will have certification as well as good enough for export in certain items. In the past, there usually is the lack of technical know-how as well as management and marketing. So this time we set the target since the end of last year to help about 200 of them as a pilot phase, so that by the fiscal year next year we'll be able to do more as a scale-up level.
The campaign has received support from other agencies such as the Office of Corporate Strategic Planning, Thailand Post, Siam Cement Group, and Bank of Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives. The ministry stated that so far this year, a total of 222 OTOP operators have received STI support under this campaign. It estimated that each entrepreneur would be able to generate at least 5 million baht in revenue. As the STI for OTOP Upgrade has been well received by OTOP operators, Dr. Piche talked about the future of the program.
In the next fiscal year, the Ministry of Science and Technology has, for the first time, make sure that the budgeting system of the ministry is divided into two parts. One is functional budget, business as usual. The other is agenda-based budgeting. And OTOP is part of the agenda-based budgeting system. So we guarantee the fact that there will be healthy continuity to support the OTOP improvement or upgrades next year and beyond. And I think that through the work of Pracharat, meaning public-private partnership, we can extend our work to the people and the rural areas because we are dealing with OTOP products.
The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, has organized a seminar on the Draft Government Budget Act with the head of the Bureau of the Budget, affirming that the bill adheres to new strategies for the kingdom. The NLA has held a seminar entitled Facts About the Draft 2017 Government Budget Act to allow its members to gain a greater understanding of the proposed bill so that they will be properly informed before further deliberation. Bureau of the Budget Director General Somsak Chod Ratanasiri explained that the new budget totals 2.733 trillion baht, up 13 billion baht from the previous year. While continuing to pose a deficit, the Budget Act integrates a number of projects in line with government policy to expedite work. To further satisfy government strategies, the budget devotes more funds to local administrations. NLA members showed great interest in the seminar and were seen posing a range of questions, mostly having to do with the local administration funds. The Election Commission, or EC, and the Royal Thai Army have passed down policy to volunteer reserve forces and military units on publicizing the public referendum on the draft charter. EC member Parawit Ratanapian, joined by Deputy Army Commander General Chalamchai Sithisat, explained policies for publicizing the referendum to a gathering of volunteer reserve officers and commanding officers tapped to aid in the effort to make sure the process is understood by the public. Mr. Parawit remarked that volunteer reserve officers will serve an important role in helping the EC reach its turnout goal. He stated that the last referendum in the year 2007 saw a voter turnout of only 50%, urging all involved to help the vote coming up on August 7th achieve a higher rate. General Chalamchai said that opposition to the referendum may result in saboteurs turning out on the day. He urged military commanders to prepare security at polling stations, while also reminding them to handle the event with care for the law to ensure citizens are confident in taking part. 3 state agencies have joined hands to support community enterprises and small and medium enterprises, or SMEs, in the field of bioresources with an aim to spur over 20,000 businesses. The Bank for Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives, or BAAC, Government Savings Bank, or GSB, and Biodiversity-Based Economy Development Office, or BEDO, have signed a memorandum of cooperation on supporting SMEs and community enterprises in the bioresources industry. The 3 signatories will provide knowledge and advice to grassroots companies pursuing endeavors in the bioresources market, supporting their startups as well as tailoring their products to consumer demand. The cooperation will also see BEDO and the 2 state banks provide funding to community enterprises and helping them to enhance their competitiveness. The cooperation was prompted by government policy to support grassroots economies and is expected to help in establishing over 20,000 bioresources businesses. Krung Thai Bank, or KTB, has marked its 50th anniversary by lowering interest rates for home loans to 0.5% per year for up to 5 months. Vice President of Retail Products for KTB, Chainarong Sithichai, explained that the lower interest rate applies to home loans taken out between now and the end of August. The home loans will have a reduced interest rate of 0.5% per year for 5 months. Customers with strong credit will receive an MRR, or minimum retail rate, of 4.25% per year for the first year, 1.5% for the second year, 2% for the third year, and 1.75% for all subsequent years, to a maximum total of 30 years. Requests for loans submitted by the end of this month will see a discount in mortgage registration fees by 1% and an MRR for the rest of the year of 4.1%. Requests, that is, can be submitted at any KTB branch in Thailand. The Medical Service Department, or MSD, of the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, or BMA, has held an initiation for household doctors ranging in discipline from gynecology to pediatrics as part of a project to enhance its services. BMA Permanent Secretary Pirapong Saichua opened the initiation, which is a collaboration between Sirirat Hospital, Mahidol University, and Pramukun Klao Hospital. He stated that the project was prompted by the need for household physicians The doctors themselves benefit from being able to train immediately after graduation in their chosen fields. The project began last year with doctors in the fields of gynecology and obstetrics. The MSD has sought to improve the quality of its services by incorporating individuals with specific skills and abilities. And that is the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Up next in our ASEAN News segment, we have a special report on the iconic Vietnamese hat. But first, we'll have a look at the exchange rates and the commodity prices.
If the earth is your home, the ocean is theirs as well. Working together, the government and private sector can solve all the issues currently facing the Thai fishing industry. From legitimizing fishing operations to helping out our fellow fishermen and collaborating with international parties.
ตอนนี้ถึงเวลาแล้วนะครับที่เราจะต้องมาร่วมมือกันทำให้มันถูกต้องมันก็ต้องปรับตัวในช่วงแรกแต่ในระยะยาวมันก็คุ้มค่าถ้าไม่มีอาชีพนี้เราก็ไม่รู้จะทำอะไรกันแล้วผมก็พร้อมครับที่จะเป็นส่วนหนึ่งในการแก้ปัญหา
Trust in Thailand for a sustainable Thai fishing industry.
Don't keep your creativity to yourself. Set your imagination free and share it with the world. Calling all college students across the nation. Join NBT World's Young Animator Contest. Create your own animation in English on the theme Trust in Thailand that reflects the Thai identity and promotes a favorable image of Thailand to the world. Submit your animated video no longer than 3 minutes by June 30th to win scholarship prizes totaling 200,000 baht. For more information, visit thainews.prd.go.th/en. Take the chance to demonstrate your talent. The time starts now.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Let's see what we have for you in our ASEAN news. The iconic Vietnamese accessory, the wide conical-shaped hat known as the non, is worn by many Vietnamese people in their daily lives, especially those working outside. And our correspondent, Kun Pimchanok Ratanapiset, went to Vietnam to learn about the origins of the hat and how the Vietnamese are keeping this cultural icon alive.
Xin chào. If you don't know Vietnamese, you should at least learn the word non, which means hats in Vietnam, an iconic accessory for Vietnamese. So today we will take you to see why the non holds such importance in Vietnam. The non is a traditional Vietnamese hat and accessory which matches beautifully with an outside, the famous long Vietnamese dress. The cultural impact of the non as a symbol of Vietnam is clear, and it was originally developed successfully in the 19th century after Vietnam opened up its economy. Due to the design and materials they are made from, nons are durable against different weather conditions, whether it's the hot sun ray or pouring rains. Nons are distinctive and symbolic, and the quality is also excellent as a handmade handicraft made from palm, non, and bamboo, which are easily found materials in Vietnam. Although there may be a lower demand, Vietnamese are generally not concerned that nuns will fade from the society, as nuns are essentially necessary equipment for so many in the society. Women and elderly still twine the nuns as their occupation and at their leisure time, and children will often learn the skills by watching. People living in the Juang village told NBT World that non-manufacturing also creates employment in the society, even if there isn't much profit involved, and it takes a lot of time to finish one. But the people still want to maintain and disseminate their culture. Tourists from all over the world often pick one or more to take back with them as a charming souvenir. The Thanh Oai District People's Committee said that the Vietnamese government support non-manufacturing in various ways through infrastructure development. One more notable way is through assisting with the economic management and financial aid by arranging a 10-hectare section of a local industrial estate for handicrafts making, including nuns. They also provide financial support in order to conserve Vietnamese traditional culture and to find foreign markets to export the products such as China, Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, and South Korea. The People's Committee plays an important role in facilitating those who produce goods to drive their business further. The Vietnamese government policy regarding nuns is a great reflection of how to assist citizens in different ways in order to ensure a better way of living for its people and to conserve its traditional culture. I'm Pim Chanok Ratanapised for NBT World, Hanoi, Vietnam.
Sadly, that's all the time we have for this edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook by typing in NNT and have a look at our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. We're going to say goodbye with life-size animal sculptures made of used bullet shells at a New York gallery. For Newsline, I'm Sandra Hanin Saha. Have a good day. สวัสดีค่ะ